Welcome back to One Comic Book a Day, where I actually recorded this last week, but I did it without turning on my microphone, so we're going to do it again this week. Of course, it is Bat Friday here on One Comic Book a Day, so we're going through Batman number 3 in the second story, The Ugliest Man in the World. A story about how the fact that you're disfigured makes you inherently evil and you're going to do horrible things. Which is problematic, but if you think about it, isn't that kind of the theme of every Batman villain? Or at least the Joker. There were several Batman villains who were only evil because they were disfigured in some way. So that hasn't improved in the 80 years Batman has existed, maybe even nearly 90 years. No, it's a decade away from 90 years, but you get what I'm saying. Batman saves a detective from a group of ugly, as it's referred to in the comic, henchmen. They're referred to as the ugly mob, and they're going around and destroying beautiful things, like beautiful works of art, because they don't like beautiful things in the world, seeing that they've been cursed with being not pretty. Yeah, that's what we're working with in this comic. The detective then immediately tries to capture Batman. His name is Detective McGonagall, and he kind of looks like Oliver Hardy from Laurel and Hardy. It's a really fascinating look for this guy, but he is kind of a joke. Batman easily gets away from him after he tries to capture him, but McGonagall keeps talking about how he's sort of like the fish that got away. And no one quite believes that McGonagall almost had Batman, and honestly, he didn't almost have Batman, but he's having a whole meal out of this. Bruce happens to go visit his friend, who has another friend over named Larry Lamore, or Larimore. I'm not 100% certain how I'm supposed to say the name. While they're talking, his friend starts to react in a weird way, and his face becomes disfigured. This happens to his friend, but then it's happening to people across the city as the Ugly Horde is going through and destroying things. We do see the Ugly Horde follows a man who is referred to as the ugliest man in the world. He's just kind of disfigured. He maybe is at the level of a Dick Tracy villain by his appearance, though even then, the Dick Tracy villains were way more uglier than this guy. So yeah, he wants to destroy things that are pretty and sends people off things. Batman figures out they're going to go after this statue that's coming into town, and he ends up being correct, and him and Robin stop them from taking the statue. Then there is news about an antidote to fix the people who have been disfigured by whatever the hell he's doing. Batman assumes that they're going to go after him, and they're able to save him. He leaves Robin to protect him and goes after the guys, finding out the reason they've been disappearing whenever they're chased, is the classic of their car going into the back of a truck, like a moving van kind of truck, so you don't know where the car has gone when the door is shut. Batman gets to their location where Batman falls for his greatest weakness, someone sneaking up on him and hitting him in the back of the head. Why doesn't that happen in the movies more? It happened last story too. This is how Batman gets defeated constantly. Well, not defeated, but captured. Batman wakes up and he's actually chained with two other people. These people happen to know the villain, who turns out to be Larry Lamore. Lamore is just a disguise he wears to hide his ugliness. He's actually a guy named Carson, and when he was in college, his best friend, pulling a fraternity prank on him, was going to inject him with a concoction of chemicals that didn't really know what they were going to do. He accidentally actually injected him and turned him into a horrible, disfigured man, which, justifiably, he is upset about that. And his girlfriend leaves him. This is the really cool part. His best friend from college married his girlfriend, who left him because he was disfigured. You know what? I'd be pretty pissed too. But he's going to disfigure them because it took him years to figure out the exact cocktail for this formula to disfigure people. He's going to inject them. But Robin shows up and Batman's able to escape. McGonagall even shows up and shoots Carson dead, saving Batman. And he thinks he's going to capture Batman again when Batman just gets away from him. I am really upset that they let his friend get away, because his friend committed a crime in college by doing that to him. Doesn't matter if it was by accident. That was a horrible thing he did. He should be in jail. No, they just let him go. Come on, Batman. Vengeance, damn it. Vengeance. Or justice. Both work. And we kind of set up McGonagall as a recurring foil for Batman, or annoyance to be more accurate. But I have never seen McGonagall again. I'm interested to see if he does show up and how often he does show up before the series ends up forgetting about him. So not the strongest Batman story, to say the least. The last story was better than this. Yeah, it's perfectly forgettable and kind of horrible in its theming about how if you're ugly, you're going to become inherently evil. And that is it from Batman number 3, The Ugliest Man in the World. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. Hit the bell icon to get notification when a new video goes up. I do this Monday through Friday. but Mondays and Thursdays I cover a Superman story in either Action Comics or Superman. And join us next time. Same Bat Day, same comic book channel. Have a great day.